Today I'm going to share with you how I use the #1 e-commerce market research tool, a software that allows me to take my TikTok shop brands to six-figure months. This software is going to allow us to take a deep look at these brands and what they're doing to make million-dollar months. It's going to show us their product strategy, it's going to show us their affiliate strategy, and it's also going to show us how they're going viral, so their content strategy. We are going to be able to understand these strategies and implement them into our own business so we can copy their growth. This software can also look a little intimidating at first glance, so just stick with it. At the end, you'll understand how these top brands are making millions of dollars a month. Let's jump straight into it. So this is the first thing that you see once you jump in KaloData, right? The best tool for TikTok shop analytics and insights, 200 million plus product data points, 250 million plus creator data points, 400 million plus video and live stream data points, and 1,000 days of historical data. So you can see all of these. The main things I'm going to be touching on in this video is these up here. So shop, creator, product, video, and live stream. Categories are also pretty important. Let's jump over here. Let's go over here first actually to the Explorer. So here's just like a recommended page basically. So here it just shows you a few ways to use KaloData, explains it. Here you can see hot selling products, my following. So you can add products to your following. You could add creator shops, videos, and scripts. And these are just the top selling products. So KaloData Academy right here just gives you a few. This is basically a course that you can use. It's pretty good. I haven't really gone through it too much, but I'm sure there's good info in there all the way through. So category. Here we could break down all the product shops into categories. So #1, you can see by far, beauty and personal care is 285 million in the past 30 days, I believe. So we can click into here and see all the products. We can see the number of shops. We can see on average revenue of per shop, category, top 3 shop ratios, and then top 10 shop ratios. Women's wear, underwear, women's wear and underwear, sports and underwear, health, home supplies, nutrition and wellness, etc. So let's click into this here. So if we move it to 180 days, we can see that $1.37 billion was generated in this category. The number of shops is 30,000. Live stream is $272 million, and video revenue 925. We go down here, we can see the top products, right? So Dr. Malexin, past 80 days, they have made $16 million, almost $17 million. If we keep on going down, shop rankings, so we can see the top one, Medicube right here. Medicube is insane. And the top 10 skincare products, I believe they have like 6 of them, so they're killing it right now. Quickly, guys, this is going to be the third link in the description. This whole software, I highly recommend to anybody trying to scale on TikTok shop or even their e-commerce platforms. Cosmetics, Tarte Cosmetics right here as well. They're insane. They're killing it. So creator ranking right here. Some of these are self-operated shops. Some of these are actual like true affiliate shops. And then, yeah, that's pretty much the info that you get. You can see here other categories as well. Now let's move over to the shop tab. I'm going to show you guys how I really use this, right? Because category is not too important. Shop, creator, products are very, very important. So shop, here we go. So we can see right here all the top shops. So QVC is a retailer, so they sell other brands products. You can see there's a bunch of different ones right here. They have made 50 million in the past 30 days. Let's click into this. So 180 days, $50 million in sales. And this is a prime example of a brand that's really, they used to sell like QVC, so like on TV and stuff, and they transition on to TikTok shop. So they're innovating, right? They're really ahead of the curve compared to like their old competitors that are falling behind. They're killing it. So here we can see their affiliates. You can see right here that they have self-operated shops. So QVC, QVC Beauty, QVC Fashion. Self-operated shop is it's basically like, so QVC is actually a TikTok shop account, or TikTok account, sorry, that's directly affiliated with the brand itself. So let's say an in-house employee is making content with that account instead of having an affiliate that's outside or exterior from your brand. Now moving forward, we can see their products right here, their creators. So we can see, like I said, their top creator is themselves, right? $3.5 million in the last 180 days they have generated. Let's go like 7 days. Where are they? Okay, so they're still #1. Products, lives, videos. Okay, that's pretty neat. I'm sure that the reason why they're actually the #1 is because they're spending a lot of, they're pushing ad spend on their own stuff, like more than others, because this doesn't really make sense. You can see here that if we go here, so 114 videos and they only generated 116, right? Like they posted way more content than them. So assuming this one's not completely, like this content is not the worst ever, they should be making ideally more money, or realistically it should be making more money, if that makes sense. So products, we can see all of their products right here. So there's, like I said, they're selling a bunch of different brands. as a retailer. Then here are their top videos.
Happy Black Friday.
Oh my gosh, you got the new Ninja. If anyone's on a health journey right now, this is on their Christmas.
Okay, now let's move forward. So creator, basically the same thing. It just organized all of the top creators info, and you can search up specific creators right here. So a very good little trick here is if you find a competitor, or let's say you find a competitor that's doing very, very good, you go ahead and reach out to their top creators. So take their top 50 creators and reach out to them and invite them, and do this for multiple creators, and you're going to have a very good foundation of creators who are very good at getting sales and generating GMV, and they're going to join you and work with your brand. Now, keep in mind, these are good creators. Ideally, like, they should have a lot of sales. So you are going to have to offer them a retainer in order to get them working for your brand. But this is going to yield such good results for your brand that not only are you going to get a lot of videos, you're going to get a lot of sales. And then also, once you start getting sales that start getting once you start getting videos that start getting sales, you're going to understand what works. So you can go ahead and teach that to your other creators. So it creates like a flywheel effect, basically, of growth for your brand. Now, so shops. So we can see Labubu right here. Everybody knows the Labubu craze, insane. So content views 50 million in the past, how long? 30 days, I'm assuming. Followers 869,000. Let's click into this and see this info. So let's just move to 180. So right here we can see this TikTok. We can contact them directly through here. Like, this is a creator. Keep in mind, this is a self-operated account, but if it was an affiliate, and let's say it was your competitor's affiliate, you can go ahead and reach out to them and get a bunch of sales coming in. And real quick, if you are an e-commerce brand owner and you are willing to invest into your brand's growth, go ahead and hit the first link in the description, book a call to apply to work with me. We're going to talk about everything, and especially how to make your product a trend in the space. Let's jump back in. So $19 million, you can see basically all of it is through live streams, which is super, super uncommon. Let's say 97% of brands, they really focus on videos, and they get a large majority of their sales through videos. And that's what I would recommend. Like this brand, for example, Pop Mart, they're getting sales through live streams, but this is like the minority of cases. Focus on videos. Now, I would recommend, if you can, and if you do have a big enough brand to where you can, afford resources to get, let's say, creators for live streams specifically, I would recommend that you do it. So just get a creator to go live like 3 times per week, a few hours each time, and just build a community through there, right? It's good for getting sales, but I would say the biggest benefit of it is really building a community, educating people by your product, and just building that like cult like following, like people say. Now, let's move down here so we can see we have 2 shops here. One doesn't even have sales, but if you go down here, videos and ads, so 180 days, videos and ads, you can see they barely posted, but their top video did get $97,000 in sales. Their video, not their live stream. He is very trending. Everybody knows Labubu, so they really don't have to do too much just to, start getting sales. They just need to get in front of consumers, and people will basically
What do you
buy
think
it,
about
because
that?
this brand is a prime example of making your product a trend, right? They did this perfectly. They got in front of the consumer, and they just push your product so much in the algorithm, and they positioned it like by putting on Birkin bags and other luxury stuff that it looks like a luxury item, even though it is kind of expensive for what it is, but people treat it like it's so much more, right? So that's the overall playbook of what they did. They really positioned the product as a luxury item, and they got so much money in sales in such a little time. So here we can see their products. The top SKU right here generated $1.5 million in sales. Second, 741,000. Live streams. Here we go. So this was their bread and butter. Wow. Okay. So they went live for 33 hours, and they generated $931,000 in sales. So GPM basically stands for how much money did you make per 1,000 views. So you can see they were going crazy. This one right here, 11 hours, they generated $410,000 in sales. Insane. So we can see they have a little set here, and they're running flash sales. They have overlay. So they're really focusing on it, and I'm not sure if the whole live stream was one creator, which that would be insane. Someone there for 33 hours. Nah, there's no way. Right? That doesn't sound right. So I'm sure they had multiple. Okay, yeah, you can see they have multiple affiliates here. So yeah, I would say test it out. Like, have somebody there doing live streams, either a founder or in-house employee, whatever. But don't rely on it to get too much sales. But I will test it out, because some brands it does really work good. Majority, 97% of brands out there are going to really benefit from having more shoppable videos and focusing on it. Here we can see the second creator. So they generated $3.33 million in sales. Very good creator. You can see they're generating, or they're working with a bunch of different brands here, and then so on and so forth. We can see this third creator right here, Pop Mart as well. So it's a self-operated account. They're killing it as a brand. They're killing it. They used to be very popular with the Pop Funkles, and they somehow managed in order to get in front of a completely different audience. Now let's go over to product. So this is probably, well, yeah, for sure, 100%. This is the tab that I use most. We can see all of these brands right here. Medicube is a very good brand, and one thing that's very particular about them is that they started selling their product at $20. Right now, you can see the price they're selling at, and this is because once you start on TikTok Shop, you want to basically take market share. So what you do is you need to get as many sales and reviews on your product as possible. So what they did, they dropped on the price to $20. I'm sure they were losing money, but they got so many sales and so many reviews that slowly they started taking market share. People started understanding them. They became a trend in the space, and this Korean skincare really took over for them, right? So it was a marketing angle that they pushed out to everybody, and they started raising the prices once everybody knew the brand, understood the brand, what they did, etc. And now you can see in the past 180 days, through this one SKU, keep in mind, $13 million. And like I said, if you go here to product, if you choose a category, let's go skincare. Okay, so let's look at this, right? So number 1, Medicube has it. Number 2, Medicube has it. Number 4, Medicube has it. Number 5, Medicube has the product there. Where is it? Number 8, Medicube has it as well. Okay, so before there used to be 6, now how much is there? 4. But they're really killing it. Look at this advent calendar right here. It's selling at $350 and they're generating $339. So you can really tell that once that first product took off, now they can basically get away with anything. They're selling a product at $350. That's insane, right? And it's not even a product basically. It's an advent calendar. So it's really, really insane what you can do. So this just tells you how much people love Medicube at this point because of the strategy. They got in front of everybody and they really started just adding a bunch of products at high ticket items. So if we dig into this product, we can see a bunch of information. Let's move over to 180 days, or actually this is due yesterday. So yesterday we can see they did $218,000 in sales. We can go in here and we can see their product photos. Now what I recommend is pulling it up on your phone, just because, let's say we can go right here to their actual product listing, but you can't really tell exactly what's going on if you don't look at it at the phone. A good 99.999% of people on TikTok Shop are using their phone. So take a look at this on your iPhone. Look at these variations right here and just understand why they went viral. So focus on their photos. Photos are by far the most important part. You can see that they have features, benefits, and social proof all through their photos. Like for example, by the bestseller right here, this is social proof, right? It shows to the consumer, oh look, people are buying my product, people like this product, etc. So Signal Social. Now if we move on, we can see that video revenue was 201, so a very big majority of it. And let's keep on moving forward. Okay, so this is a very, very big and a very, very good part of KaloData. This is basically where you can see reviews. And this might not seem like a very big feature of it, but it's insane because, for example, right here we can see everything that was good. So these are the highlights and the common review types of people that they left. So a lot of people said glowing and radiant skin. It was hydrating and they got smooth results. Notable difference in a short period, effective and worth the price. Clearer skin and fewer breakouts, and work for sensitive skin. Now right here, these are all the bad ones. You can see that 18% of bad reviews were because it caused irritation and breakouts. Issues with shipping and delivery. Some products caused burning sensation. Some products were not absorbed well or are greasy. Missing dried or damaged products. Routine is complex and multi-step. So all of these bad reviews give you the opportunity as a competitor to go ahead and target this pain point when marketing. So we can see that this is a very big issue. So go ahead and get your affiliates to target this pain point. So a lot of people, they bought this product and it caused irritation and breakout. So once you're affiliate, you can get a hook that says, have you bought this competitor's product? You can't show it for compliance reasons, but point it out and point out that yours doesn't do that, right? So the people who bought that product, the people who didn't like that product are now going to come over to you and your product fixes it. Now creators, so huge tab, right? Like I said, steal your competitors' affiliates. So this is incredibly important. You can get a very good foundation of top creators working for you. So what you do basically here, just go in here, just copy and paste their name, and go ahead and paste it into the TikTok Shop Seller Center, like the affiliate marketplace. Send them an invite. Now, if we click into this creator right here, we can see a bunch more information on them. So we can contact them through here, so through TikTok and IG, or sorry, email. Revenue was 2.8 million in the past 180 days. Live revenue was basically $2,000, very little. We can see they have $200,000 in sales, and we can actually click into their TikTok right here and just see it, like their page. Now, if you go back down here, we can see the top brands that they worked with. So 114. We can go down here and see their top videos and ads and their videos. You can see all her top videos are with Medicube right here, the top SKU. So this video right here, let me put the volume up. Mind you, they're running ad spend on these ads, so this is not completely organic, but it is very good. And you do want to go ahead and emulate what's working. So if you find a hook that is common, or a type of hook, a format of a hook, go ahead and emulate it through your whole affiliate system so you take advantage of those sales. You want to emulate what is working, do not reinvent the wheel.
Honey, yes. It would be my absolute honor, because if anyone misses out on this deal, I feel like I'm responsible. This cleanser is absolutely incredible. Now that our face is clean, we're going to go in with our zero pore pads. Comes with this little plant.
Okay, so one thing I want to mention is that they called out the actual offer in the hook, so they're running a sale, so they called it out, which does work good. Also, like I said before, they're running ad spend on this. And third, a thing that is very important and a lot of brands don't understand is that these simple iPhone videos, they work better than super produced, super high, what's the word? Like very edited, very scripted stuff that doesn't look as natural, right? So this is called user-generated content, if you don't know. User-generated content just provides the consumer more trust because it's more relatable. So if you have a super big shoot with a bunch of studio lights, etc., it's not going to work as good as somebody sitting in their closet doing their makeup, right? We can see the second video.
These are products that work for me. Let's start over, shall we? Did not expect this, so let's do it again, keeping in mind all the comments that people came at me for.
Okay, so her hooks are not too good, so she is getting sales. So I would just look at all these videos and emulate them, so you can go ahead and take advantage, like I said. And then yeah, let's move forward. So let's move over to the product. We were here already, but let's keep on going down. So like I said, go ahead and copy and paste their name and invite them to work for your own brand. Offer them a retainer, offer them higher commission, offer them rewards and prizes. You can see second creator right here as well. Now videos and ads, so this is where really the bread and butter is. So we can see in the past 180 days, they have posted 26,000 videos. Their top videos right here, of course, like we just checked, this video got $925,000 in sales, 21 million views. Now we can see they're taking all of their top videos and running ads on them. So this one got all these purple buttons right here have ad spend on them. So what I would do from here is, if you're a skincare brand or whatever, find a competitor and look at all these top videos. So you can scroll through all of these, even like on the 5th page, this video right here has $47,000 in sales. So review all of these, study all of these, every single video here, and understand the hook, talking points, marketing angles. Once you do that, you're going to have a very good understanding of what goes viral, and you're going to be able to teach that to your affiliates. Also another thing is that you don't just have to you can basically copy the hooks directly, right? If the hook is working, do it exactly how it is. So look out for a visual hook. A visual hook is basically something that you see. A text on screen hook, of course, text on screen, and then audio hook, something that I'm saying to the camera. So look out for all 3 of those and emulate them directly. So if this one has...
Medicube is having a giant double sale right now.
So double sale. So my brand is having this brand is having a crazy double sale right now, right? Do that for your brand, and you're going to see the sales start piling in. Now keep in mind also, this is another tip for everybody to try to scale TikTok Shop. Your product and your brand does have a probation period to start with. So this is basically a way of TikTok trying to get you to prove that you are a good seller. So they're going to limit your views. They're going to limit the amount of they're going to limit your views, and they're going to limit, as an effect, your sales. So you need to get those initial sales coming in to prove that you are a good seller. And you're going to need reviews as well. This is going to help you massively. So just keep that in mind. There's a few ways that you can get past this. If you want a whole video on how to get past the probation period, let me know. Also, just to let you guys know, so KaloData is a very good tool. It's the third link in the description. Very, very good tool. I would recommend it to everybody that's trying to scale on TikTok Shop. It's killer. I spend multiple hours in here every single day, just seeing what's working in the actual, in the industry, so I can provide my clients the best absolute service possible. So a lot of research just does. Overall, there's a lot of research that goes into this, but this is how you build your content strategy, basically. This is all you need. Now, don't just take one competitor, find a bunch of competitors. So we can go skincare here and look at all the top competitors. So obviously Metacube is killing it right now, but we can go to this Geo Korean Skin Pad. They have anti-aging toner pad, and we can look at them as well. Now, videos and ads. So this is just a place for consolidated videos and ads. A funny thing here is you can actually get their script, so send it to your affiliates to emulate, and then script optimizer as well. AI killing it. You can see
This
these
thing
videos.
will mop and vacuum all.
And even if you're not a direct competitor to them, try to find indirect competitors and try to see what they're doing. You can get a lot of ideas. And this is especially at the point where you're like making like, let's say $200,000 a month. You can really start testing and basically testing the waters to see what is working that your competitors are not doing. But like I said, you could easily get to $200,000 just focusing on what is working already, just emulating your competitors. Once you get to that point, go ahead and test everything. So yeah, this is pretty self-explanatory. We have a bunch of metrics here. So views, we have GPM, again, cost per 1,000 views, ad CPA. So their cost per acquisition, once you're pushing ad spend on it, ad view ratio. And by the way, look at these prices right here on TikTok, or I'm sorry, on Facebook. CPMs and cost per acquisitions are like close to 50% higher. Insane, 50% higher just by being on Facebook. Facebook is super competitive, especially Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas coming up. Everybody is trying to advertise, so the cost gets more expensive. Like that CPAs, they get pushed up and they're inflated. So you can see ad rolls right here, 3.9, so 3.75, 4, 3.49. These are pretty high compared to Facebook, honestly. And here you can see their ad spend that they're pushing on it. Now live streams, let's move over to this. Here you can break down. You can't see the full live stream here, but you can just understand a little bit of why they're doing that. So these sets, as we see here, like let me mute this. So these sets, these are an Outlandish agency. So Outlandish agency is basically a service that if you're a top brand on TikTok, you can go ahead and send them products, and they're going to get affiliates for you to go viral with a huge set. So it's, I think, in like Texas or something. But yeah, it's good. Now, keep in mind, I said this 100 times, focus on videos. 99% of stores are going to do better focusing on shoppable videos. But yeah, overall, that's pretty much it. I'm going to jump over to full screen. If you got value from this video and want more like it, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be dropping a bunch of videos. A video coming up is how I took a store from 0 to $5.4 million in sales, completely break down exactly what they did. So stay tuned for that one. And if you're a brand owner who is willing to invest to grow your TikTok shop, right, and you understand the value of having a operating TikTok shop, hit the first link in the description. We're going to talk about the whole TikTok shop ecosystem you need in order to have success. So that's for brands who want to grow on TikTok shop and take market share so they can establish themselves as an authority in the space. But also, if you do just want to continue learning and doing it yourself, scaling as you go ahead and watch this video on screen right here. It breaks down exactly what you need to do to go from 0 to your first 1,000 sales on TikTok shop. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.